Greetings, folks, and welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Kobo Smooth, the Casual Collector and Mythic Legionnaire. And in this segment of Mythic Legion's third-party kits, I am showcasing the Kailab Studios Resurgence, I guess, set for so it's got all of these things right here. I got this through AliExpress. They have the more newer red version over in a few other spots. 5K Toys would sell them. So yeah, it's what I got going on, and it's supposed to be for the skeletons. And I got my Mythic Legion skeleton to be the model for this. So here's what it comes with: uh, a shirt, I guess the sword sheath or harness, I guess, tunic, belt, what appears to be chainmail-ish armor, right? Chainmail-ish hood, the tunic, and these black trousers, of course the shirt. All right, so yeah, material, soft goods, these are a little on the pricier side. You just got to be super hardcore to be into this kind of thing. So this is what I'll do: I'll put these on, and then from there you guys let me know if it worked or not. All right, actually I'm just going to show you how I try to put these suckers on if I can. Y'all can see the struggle. I think you're supposed to find a way to put both arms in at the same time, because once you put it in, it's kind of hard to put it on, you know what I mean? So you got to find a way to finesse it so that both arms can go in, I guess. So to me, this would make the most logical sense. You might have to take off the hands too, because the hands definitely make it a little bit more challenging to get in, right? But as you can see, I'm trying to make it work. Ooh, yeah. To make your lives easier, take the hands off, so it gets the shirt just can go through without struggle. You know what I mean? There you go. It looks like we're gonna make it. Looks like we made it. I think. Maybe I spoke too soon. Gonna straighten them down joints. There you go. Straighten them out. There you go. Ugh. This neck peg, making it difficult to go in. There you go. Yep. Yep. There we go. But be careful. This is cloth. It can be ripped if you aren't gentle, right? There's probably some easier way to do this, but your boy Coco isn't exactly the most intuitive when it comes to these things. And yeah, I'm slowly getting the sleeves and the elbows and everything to get in. Trying to show you guys the struggle if I can. Ooh. Somehow, some way, you gotta bring the joints, the wings back down. Okay. Gotta bring the shoulders down, but careful. I'm doing this wrong. Yeah, these shirt. Whew. Yeah, this is one of those situations where you might have to pop the shoulder out of its socket kind of situation and finagle it through that way so that it fits in. But as you can see, it's kind of on the awkward tip. Now the problem is I can't bring the shoulders down. Oh boy, yeah, I'm trying to, but not as easy. Not as easy as I thought it would be. So pause. Okay, so I figured out why I struggled so hard is because you're supposed to start like this instead. All right, start with the arms going this way back instead of up, so that when you do slide this in, it just automatically fits in much better. Yeah, your boy Coco is tripping. Right, had to remove the hands to make it a better fit. Right, to make it fit. All right, so now that that's there, the shirt's on. Now it's a matter of getting I guess the pants. So I guess you got to take off the feet, right? Yeah, so I took off the feet. Now it's time to put on them trousers. See how much easier it is to put these on when you don't got the feet to have to struggle and snag through the legs, right? Now I got to get like a bunch of these. These are expensive, more expensive than this set of skeletons. Would have thought. Yeah, put it on, right? Not sure how high up I'm supposed to go, but and it probably won't matter too much because it'll be covered up by the tunic anyway, right? But at the same time, you don't want to overstretch the, the the pants. Well, it doesn't go very much higher. That the it just yeah, I guess it just stuck around here anyway. Based on the you can't bring it up any higher because of the this part crotch piece right here. Cool. All right, so now it's time to put the feet back on. Hopefully, it's as easy to do putting back in than it is as it is putting it out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have to heat the holes on this to make it go back in. Okay, naturally, just a little muscle right there. There you go. Cool. All right, now that that's there, the next thing to put on is his Rick James shirt. Yeah, it's a lot of things to put on for this sucker. Maybe you don't even have to get this shirt. I think you have a choice of whether you want to do the shirt or the this tunic. I thought you'd have to do both. Yeah, you do. You can there's based on the picture you can put it on both. Ooh. So looks like you're gonna have to do the same thing. I think I got the hands out. You guys can watch me struggle putting his chainmail on. Right? Oop. So pick a Get the arms to go in through here first on both simultaneously is the key, I guess. Ooh. This is probably the scenario where you're supposed to do it from the top instead of the bottom. Like I did it opposite. This is yeah. Thinking this is the one where it's finally time to go above. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, so go above on this one. Yeah, above. Yep, this one is the above one. If you can get it to behave that way. Yep, 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 yep. Come on, sir. Mm-hmm. There you go. And then just try to slowly, gently, sexily put his clothes on. Yeah. I'm not sure if there's a if I think both sides are the same, so you don't have to worry about it being backwards or anything. I think they're exactly the same way. Yeah, there you go. And then of course, just got to find a way to gently bring the arms back down and slip the shirt sleeve out. Oof, man, this is a little tricky trying to finesse this to work. I know it's just it seems really herky jerky with all the things going on. Hang on, let's see if I can get the tweezers to get the shirt to come down. You know what I mean? Shirt sleeve. Yep, kind of tricky. You gotta have same time try not to rip it either. So you gotta be gentle. You know what I'm saying? Gentle, genteel. Okay. So now you could at least see that there was a shirt underneath this. Oh, that was close. Try to get the inner. Oof. Right. I might have to. There you go. See that? It's kind of on the trickier side to pull the sleeve out. But you know, patience, gentleness will get it to come out eventually, right? Yep. Cool. As it was intended to be seen. There you go. Yeah, there you go. So now you can see the shirt parts of the stuff. Cool. Yeah. What I'm gonna have a hard time in is the belt at the end, folks. So I may have to sleep on it since it is kind of late. Part two will show up. Well, but you guys won't know that I slept. All you see is a pause, right? Pause, but not yet, not right now. Okay, so that's there. And of course, let's see if we can get the the tunic on. Yeah, it's looking proper. Well, let's see. Yeah, so you have to put the tunic on first, so you can put, yeah, then you put the head on next, and then you put the chainmail hood on. Be gentle though. You don't want to rip this. Just kind of slip and slide your way through gently. Gently. Oh, gosh dang it. The boy Coco's a klutz. Coco the klutz. Coco ain't so smooth today. There you go. Yeesh. Oh, that's what it's supposed to look like. Let's try to get the face to the neck. Okay, well, that probably would help. Taking off the head first and seeing if we can bring this down past the jaw. There you go. There you go. Put the head back on. And here we go. The advertisement definitely got this thing looking a little bit more chainmailish for real, but you know, photographic geniuses make this thing look hella more uh realistic. But again, just this is just me trying to get this thing to work. All right, let me put these suckers on. And of course, the next part will be the belt. So, you know, thank you guys for bearing with me for this is going to be a long video. All right. And also, thank goodness for small favors. This sucker is Velcro. I thought I was going to have to do a bunch of crazy things just to put this sucker on, but Velcro for the win, folks. Velcro for the win. Now, I guess be careful for what I'm rooting for or wish for, because it might not stick as well. But yeah, this is what it looks like so far. And of course, he's got his um, scabbard kind of thing that you get to put on the belt, which is kind of cool. Belt loop. It comes with a belt buckle and everything. That's a win. Absolute win. Right. I'll see me struggle putting the belt loop on. The belt. Oh, the belt. Okay. Come on. There, come it. There you go. And here's the actual holes for the belt loop, which is a win. This thing is made out of a leathery kind of substance, so but be careful because the material is thin. It can easily overstretch and rip if you apply just the right amount of pressure. So be gentle. Okay? Be very gentle. So I'm not sure if this is supposed to go down here, if that's for the sword. I'm not sure. I'm thinking that the sword goes here, or it could go, and the belt loop thing might go here. I'm not sure. Yeah, here we go. Now, of course, there's a couple ways to go about this. You could either leave this thing sticking out on top of the tunic, or I guess you could put the tunic on top of this, right? Um, Either way, the thumbnail will let you know which look I ended up going with. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'd say that this look overall in general is a win. Now I don't know if it's like $50 worth for y'all, but that's how much it costs for this specific one right now, especially if you're late to the game. I think it was like 35 bucks, but I had to pay the late tax for this one since yeah, the earlier backers got this for cheaper. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely looks got my guy looking more deluxe with all of this gear on. You know what I'm saying? Looks really cool. Looks like he means business. I'm definitely can't wait till I get the red one, so that his partner will both be dressed in night attire. You know what I mean? So they look like deadites from Army of Darkness. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's a good look. Again, the price might be a little too much, 35 considering per at the cheapest, and I don't know if that even includes shipping. That's a whole other, you know, ordeal. You know what I mean? Yeah. Um, it, it looks okay. I wish that they use a darker shade of thing for the chain mesh, because that's the way it looks like on here. Again, genius photographer make it look like it's not as thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. All right, folks. Well, that is all I got for this segment of Mythic Legion's Kailab Studios kit for the skeleton, Mythic Legion skeleton. I think that this was kind of worth it for me, but it might not be worth it for y'all. 35 is a lot to ask, or that's including shipping. 40 bucks. I mean, I would say. So yeah. Until the next video, folks. Ciao.